They'll be like, we heard you had on a blue shirt last Friday. Yeah, I stabbed those 4 people. Dude, a lot of people have blue shirts, man. You can still get out of this. Here's what I've learned watching that show, okay? Lawyer up. You can't handle that shit. Everybody's like, I'm gonna talk to the cops and straighten this whole thing out. You're gonna do 25 to life. Have fun with that, man. Nobody asked for a lawyer. I've seen 300 people get interrogated on this show. 2 of them were like, can I talk to a lawyer? And both times the detectives were like, fuck! And then at the end of those episodes that said on the screen, all charges against Tayshaun were dropped. Or Jim, pick a fucking name. Let's be honest, there's no Jims on the show. I've seen every episode. And none start with, hey, Bryce, can we talk to you for a second, man? Where were you last Friday? I was over at Tanner's house. Then Skylar had a party, so we went over there. And then we picked up Connor and we had pancakes. Sorry, bro. The detective, bro. I swear to God, there's no more liberating and fun thing to do in this world than scream in your best aggressive black guy voice. Holy shit. So much fun. I highly recommend you do it. Not if you're black. If you're black, you already do it. But if you're white, do it. Do it in public. Do it where there are black people. And here's a little secret. If you do it well, there's a possibility that a black guy will yell back in return. I do it all the time. I live in Los Angeles. Pick your spot. I go to Crenshaw. There's never a shortage there. I do. I hang back and I go, hey, yeah! Sometimes a black guy will go, sup, D? I did it to Big Daddy Kane one time. I swear to God. I swear, hand to God. If you don't know who Big Daddy Kane is, you can go fuck yourself, okay? I was standing on Sunset Boulevard. A limousine pulled up. Like, for Sunset? Really? All right. A limo pulled up, like, I don't know, 30 feet from me. I was just like, all right, see the door open. Who's getting out of this limo? Expecting, like, a bachelor party or some shit. Fucking Big Daddy Kane. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And something just took over, you know? The spirit grabbed me. And I was like, sup, Kane? And his head whipped around. He was like, you? I was like, oh, that wasn't me, man. Somebody over there did that shit. That wasn't me. If you ever see Big Daddy Kane, please do the same shit to him. Every week, it's another city for me. I get asked the same questions every week by people. Are people the same everywhere? No. Some places suck and they have shittier people. I just gave you a sociology degree. How about that? You like that? Here's one universal truth about people, though. This one is true, and that is that everybody just wants to connect. It doesn't matter where you go or what language you speak. People just want to connect. And you know when you have chemistry with somebody. You know if you're like, I want to hang out with this person, or I want to date this person, or I want to harness this person to the bottom of my big rig and drive them around for a while and bury them 18 miles west of Lake Worth, and when I drive by, I'll get a boner. We all have these thoughts, right? Sometimes there's nothing there, and people try to force a connection. I think that's just rude. I'm checking in a hotel a few weeks ago. The guy comes from behind the counter. He goes, where are you from? I said, Los Angeles. And he goes, yeah, I got family in Denver. And I was like, what a coincidence. And he goes, yeah, they got a furniture store. And I was like, I like to sit on furniture. We're 2 for 2. I have shoes on. Do you have shoes on? Do you like to walk around? Let's fucking party. There's nothing there. Sometimes there's nothing there, and that's okay. You're not supposed to connect with everybody on the planet. That would be absurd. You should embrace that. I've been doing this. You should do this too. Next time you're at a bar or you're just out walking around and somebody goes, "Hey man," you just go, "Nope." I'm all friended up. And if they're like, "I just want to know what time it is," be like, "I only tell my friends what time it is." You'll feel like a dick, but then you get over it real quick. I feel like no matter where I go, 10 times a day, I find myself asking myself this question. I find myself going like, "Hey man, is anybody else seeing this shit right now? Have I stepped into a parallel fucking universe or something?" Like, I went to buy a coffee just a few weeks ago from a coffee place. Just so there's no confusion, I didn't go to a shoe store, I went to a coffee place, okay? I go up to the lady behind the counter and I go, "Can I have a coffee?" And she goes, "Well, we have a special promotion. And today for $2, you can get this drink and it has it's vanilla and there's whipped cream and there's sprinkles on it." And I was like, "That's cool. I don't want that. May I have a coffee?" And she goes, "It's the last day of this special promotion." And I was like, "Oh, I think I understand the full scope of the promotion. May I have a coffee?" And she's like, "You're a fucking loser." Here's the thing. This woman was enormous, okay? She was huge. She looked like 4 people melted into one. So I was like, "You know what? You're super fat. You know when shit tastes good. Hook that shit up. I want to try it," right? And she goes, "It's $2. And I go, "All right." And then I extended at 20, and she goes, And I go, "I'm sorry?" And she goes, "I don't have the change for that." And I was like, "Oh, so what do you want to do now? Are you saying I have too much money to shop here?" And she goes, "We just can't handle it." And I was like, "Handle it? It's a 20. Like, I didn't put the Hope Diamond on the counter and go, "Figure it out, stupid." Like, it's reasonable, right? And she was just all shoulders, like, "Oh." And I go, "Nothing? You have no solution?" And she goes, "Do you still want coffee?" I'm like, "Yeah, that part's never changed. That's why I'm here." And I go, "You can't resolve this at all." And she goes, "You could ask somebody else for change." And I go, "Another customer in line?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "What about the box with buttons in front of you?" So I turn around to the line of people and I go, "Excuse me, do any of you guys have change?" Everybody was like, "Oh, you fucking asshole. Like, you're at the place to get change. You're right there." But then this one Arab guy, and I'm not saying that means anything, but he was, so why leave it out of the story? He goes, "I have everything." And I was like, "Oh." And then he opened his attaché, and he had every denomination of every currency. Like, where I could go, "I want one of those, I want one of those, I want one of those." He was like, "Yes, yes, yes. Now enjoy your pussy drink." And I was like, "Okay, all right." And I want you to know something. I drank that pussy drink, and that's the best shit I've ever had in my entire life. Pussy drinks forever. I'm not sure that's what they're called, so take your chances, but it would be cool if you went to a Starbucks tomorrow and you're like, "Can I get a pussy drink?" And they're like, "I think I know what you want. Hold on a second." Can we just all agree on one thing? Can we just fucking get on board with the fact that it is time to see an end to the man who walks around in public with a cowboy hat on like he's not wearing a cowboy hat in public? I see these guys everywhere. Banks, grocery stores, airports. And now, not only do I see guys wearing cowboy hats, but they have adopted the cowboy persona, like where they think they're actual fucking, like the... "Well, pardon me, ma'am. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, you look fucking ridiculous right now. Like you're a cowboy? Really? Cock-a-doodle-doo. Bang, 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 bang. Fuck out of here. Here's all I want from cowboys. Just be cowboy all the way, all right? Work with livestock. Like if somebody says, let's go get a beer, I want to hear you say, I got to shave some sheep. End your disputes with a pistol. If somebody cuts you off in line, be like, meet me at the saloon at noon. I'm a cowboy. And you better ride a horse everywhere. If you wear a cowboy hat, you shouldn't be allowed to sit in cars or look at planes. You should just be like, I tell you what? I tell